Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the Manos channel. My name is Edie and I want to talk today about compliancy kind of things within Scentsy. I think it's important that we understand the whys of why there's rules in place. We all know that rules are necessary to keep things organized and fair and above board, right? So Scentsy doesn't really have a lot of rules, but the ones that they have, they're pretty stickler about, and with good reason. So my first three that I always try to remember and teach to consultants as they come on as a new consultant is that, one, we're not allowed to use the word Scentsy unless it's part of independent Scentsy consultant. And that is to differentiate us not being employees of Scentsy. So we don't work at home office, we don't work at the warehouses, we don't work at the shipping departments. We're independent consultants. And so that one is a protection for us, right? So if we're advertising ourselves as Scentsy Incorporated or Scentsy employees, then we're putting ourselves at risk for lawsuits, for marketing, what's the word I'm looking for? Like if they're going to say bad things about Scentsy, it kind of protects us as independent Scentsy consultants because we are not employed by Scentsy. We are independent consultants of Scentsy. We get a 1099, right? So we're contractors of that company. And so by doing that, we have our own protection when it comes to the law. It also differentiates us from working at Scentsy versus being a consultant. Okay, so we can't use the word Scentsy. And when I first started, my Facebook name was Scentsy with Edie Ann, and right away they called me out on it, and they're like, "You can't do that." And so I changed it to Scents with Edie Ann, and then since then I've been Beauty and Scents. So that is the first thing. The second thing is personal specials. So we're not allowed to, and a lot of companies are allowed to, but Scentsy's not allowed to have consultants post publicly anywhere that they are offering a special that is not being offered specifically through Scentsy. Okay? And that is kind of a franchise thing. And if you haven't seen that video, then you want to go back and see the franchise video that I did. So here's the protection of that. So running personal specials or selling inventory online, which would be considered a personal special, the stippler around that is that, one, the special, because you can have them, but the special has to be seen by one set of eyes only at a time, or one set of ears heard at a time. So an email would be great. Private message is great because that is for one person and that one-on-one conversation. But to post it on Facebook and to say, hey, if you spend $50, I'll give you a free warmer, well, that's not a special being offered by Scentsy. Now, that's not to say Scentsy doesn't offer specials, because they do. And when they do, then by all means post it on social media, because everybody has the ability to offer that special. So that's the key. If you are the only one that's able to offer that special, and I say that because you might be saying, well, everybody can do it. Well, not necessarily, because if they don't have the money, if they don't have the inventory to give away a free warmer, they might not have a qualifying party that allows them to get free and half price product in order to give it away, right? So a personal special is considered a special if it's you that's offering it and not home office. If home office is offering it, then it's not considered a personal special, right? So that is, and the reason for not being able to do that publicly is to keep it fair amongst all consultants, right? I love the even playing field because if I'm a seasoned consultant and I've been in Scentsy for 13 years and somebody brand new in my neighborhood signs up, they might not be able to afford to give away an entire Scentsy system for free. But yet I'm posting about it on Facebook and all of the neighbors are seeing it, so they're going to come to me. That's not fair to the new consultant, right? So I love that. It keeps it fair for everybody. And so then the third one was one I mentioned already, and you are not allowed to sell inventory online. So I know, like on TikTok, a lot of people will go on there and sell inventory and have sales and that sort of thing. There are ways for us to do that, but when you're online, the only place that you can sell product is through your website. And so you can demonstrate products and then point them to your website, but you can't physically or socially sell your own inventory live, through posts, anything like that. Again, that would be considered a personal special, so you could do it one-on-one. So let's say you created an inventory sheet in Excel and you decided to share that with some people through email or through direct messaging or WhatsApp or whatever. You can do that, right? Because it's one-on-one. Okay? But you cannot socially sell anything. You cannot post or sell on Amazon, on, gosh, I don't even know, Mercari or whatever that is. You cannot sell eBay. You cannot sell inventory on any auction sites, anywhere online. You cannot sell inventory online, period. So those are the three main ones that I have usually talked about. Another one that just came up recently, and again, I'll explain the reason behind it, is I'm a consultant. My husband cannot join under me. So the way that it works, and this is part of Direct Sales Association and the law, the federal law, we cannot sign up anybody under us that we can also claim on our taxes, because technically that's considered double dipping. And so let's say my husband joined under me and he's selling and making commission. Well, I'm making commission off of his sales and my own, so that's considered double dipping. The other thing to consider is fairness for all, is that if he is selling and he is earning me points as his sponsor in an incentive that we're doing right now, then that's considered bonus buying, really, because if I send all of my people, all of my customers to my husband so that he can earn more points, so that I can earn more points. See how yucky that is? And that goes along with children. So if you can claim a child, but they're 18, maybe they're in college or still living at home, they may not sign up as a consultant under you or as a consultant, period. Until they're no longer in the house or they're no longer being claimed by you on taxes. And so that's the reason with a husband, is automatically you're going to be claiming either head of household or married separate or married or whatever. There's a tax obligation there between husband and wife, as well as children. And so if there is a tax obligation, they may not sign up to be a consultant. So those are the top four that I've been thinking about. There's a few things here and there, but really those are the main four things. And that's not a lot, and there's good reasoning behind it. So that's always a plus for me, is to understand why rules are in place, so that I feel good about following them, if that makes sense. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them below or send me a message. I'll be happy to help. Have a great day. Bye.